안녕하세요, kimincoree, 박키미입니다. Hi, this is Kimi Park from kimincoree, and today I'm interviewing a friend. Hello. Can you introduce yourself?
Yes, I am Celine. I am 25 years old and from Germany.
What are you doing in Korea?
I am studying here at Yonsei University.
Oh, Yonsei. It's like one of the top universities in the country. So you are on a student visa?
Yes, I'm on a D2 student visa.
How easy was it to get the student visa?
That was really easy. Once I got into the university, I could do all the documents, so that was no problem actually, I would say, even though German bureaucracy is a pain.
So it was more the German side than the Korean side.
Yes, true. But once I came here, I noticed that the bureaucracy here is also pretty hard. I got to get a work permit from the immigration office, and that was really hard. Like, I was struggling a lot with that too.
Why Yonsei? Why Korea?
I am half Asian. I am Filipina. So I always wanted to go to Asia. After my undergrad, I wanted to go travel abroad, but I still had to do my master's. So I got myself some information on where to study in Asia, and Korea is one of the best education systems. That's why I decided to come to Korea. Honestly, I was late with the process. Okay. So Yonsei was the only one that was still open.
Oh.
So that's why I applied for Yonsei.
That's the reason I ended up in a top university, just because I was late.
Yes, they were more flexible.
Did you speak any Korean before arriving?
A little bit, like really basic. I went to a language class, but it was only once a week, and I tried to self-study a bit. That's why I didn't end up in the beginner's course, but in the basic course of my school. But not that much, just to survive, I guess, around here.
What type of books did you study with in your class and in like self-studying as well?
So for self-studying, I used Talk to Me in Korean. Like, I used their pages, and then I ordered also the workbooks from them. In class, I actually don't know what kind of book we were using. They just printed out us the pages, and then we had a teacher with like 5-6 students in the class. Also from K-dramas. That also helps.
Did you continue studying Korean as you arrived?
Yes, we have a mandatory Korean class. That's why I studied there. But actually, a lot out of that I cannot study because classes are taking a lot of time.
Fair enough. Learning a language is a lot of work and a lot of time for sure. What is the most challenging aspect of living in Korea for you?
The language, I would say, because it is really hard to learn the language, and especially on a deeper level. Like, the basics you have pretty quick, but after that, it's pretty hard.
What's your favorite thing about living in Korea?
There's so much going on here. There's an event or a concert, a festival. There's always something going on. I've never been so entertained in my life. It's a lot sometimes, but it's so much fun. I'm really enjoying it.
And what are the worst thing about Korea?
Still feeling a little bit like an outsider. Like, you are still not one of the people here. You will always stand out in the crowd. So you feel like this is not necessarily your main home.
What type of accommodation do you live in?
I live in a shared house near the university, and I found it on Craigslist actually, but it was also on Airbnb, and I pay, depending on the month, either 550,000 won or 600,000 won.
It's different prices because the charges change?
It's in winter and summer, it's more expensive because of the heating or the aircon. That's why it's like more utility fees. Winter and summer are both 600,000, and then spring and fall are 550,000 won.
Was it easy to make foreign friends?
Yes, actually, because my study program consists mainly of foreigners, and we all don't have anyone here, so it's really easy to make friends here. Also, when we would run into some foreigners at Daiso, for example, we would just talk with them. Making foreign friends is really easy because we don't have anyone else here.
I love how you said Daiso, like it's every foreigner's favorite shop. It's true. What about Korean friend? Was it easy to make Korean friends?
That actually not that much, because it's hard to get into the group. Like, if you talk with them in a club or something, they would talk with you. Like, they are really friendly and interested, but it's hard to keep contact with them and for them actually to have time for you and meet up with you. So I think that's way more difficult. I don't have a lot of Korean friends. I would say 2-3 maximum. Maybe through work it's easier, but not like this.
And your Korean friends, they speak English?
Yes, they have to, because my Korean is really bad.
Fair enough. What do you think about Korean fashion?
I like Korean fashion because in Germany, I feel like people don't give a lot about fashion. It's more about how comfortable and efficient you are. But here, they look casually cool in a sense. You know, it's very basic fashion, but they accessorize it in a way it's more cool. They all look, I don't know, I like this style. always something going on there. It's not just boring or ugly. It's not ugly, That's
Any thoughts about dating life in Korea from your own experience, your friends, or things that you've heard in general?
Oh yeah, I have a lot of experience there. So it's hard to date in Korea because I feel like the Korean dating culture in general, like Koreans with Koreans, they get together really fast, even though they don't know each other. So the rule is after 3 dates, you be basically in a relationship with the person. For foreigners, it's a bit more difficult because I feel like they're all very interested in you. They all want to, they say date you, but I guess it's just the fun they want to have with the foreigners. They're already interested in having fun with foreigners, but then getting actually in a relationship I think is really hard. They don't want to do that, or they would be really intense. They would text you 24/7, and if you don't answer, they automatically assume you're not interested anymore. So both extremes basically.
Have you ever felt discriminated against?
Honestly, that was still okay, I guess. I mean, you get treated differently. Sometimes I try speaking Korean with them and then they just answered English. I'm like, I'm trying to speak Korean here. But only maybe in clubs. There are some clubs that only allow Korean people. But other than that, it was still pretty okay. I think there are some people that they would discriminate a bit more towards, but my personal experience was okay, I guess. I don't feel too discriminated.
Any survivor tips that one should know, have, or do before coming to Korea?
Buy deodorant. Also for the women, tampons, I would say, because you don't find them a lot or they're really expensive. If you have big feet like me, as a girl, above 40, you don't find any cute shoes. You will have to go with the guy's shoes. Maybe the length of the pants. It also depends how tall you are. It's pretty hard to find something. I mean, you can find something, especially online, but maybe that's more the hardest. Get some apps that will help you, like Naver Maps or Kakao Talk and Papago is really important for translation. I would say get familiar with it in general because there are some things that will help you make it easier when you come here.
Yeah, fair enough. For me, like for the clothes, the arms are always too short. I don't know about you, but like it's always like, yeah, me too.
Because I will not be long enough anyway, so I just have it here.
Do you have a Korean bank account? How easy was it to open one, and can you use it to pay online?
Yes, I have a Korean bank account. You need an ARC for that. It takes a bit to receive the ARC. So before that, you cannot open your bank account. After that, opening it was pretty easy. I did it in our university campus. That's why I had to deposit 300,000 won, I think. So that money is like frozen in the bank account. But that's not everywhere the case. Even for that bank, it's not everywhere the case. I think it was just on campus. So it was a bad idea doing that. So
which bank do you have?
Uri.
Oh, me too. I didn't have to deposit a given account.
I think that was just on the campus one, so I should have done that. But it's okay, I guess. It was easy to open. Just pray that you have someone that speaks English, because otherwise you will have to use Papago a lot. And I can pay online everything, but only with my Korean card. Like, I cannot order food if I just have the international one.
What was the most shocking cultural difference in Korea?
Oh, I would say spitting everywhere is kind of weird. I've never seen that anywhere else. Because a lot of smokers, I think, and they always do this.
Yeah, it's disgusting. And it's really strange because everybody does it in a non-discreet way. And so you have this cute, very girly girl. And then like she's like...
And the drinking culture is pretty extreme here. And I'm saying that as a German. Because Germans like to drink, but we don't get that drunk. Like, Koreans drink so much, almost like also during the week, and you would walk around at 4 a.m. in the streets here in Sinshan and you would see so many people basically dying because they're so drunk. Yeah, they just drink to get drunk, not to enjoy the experience itself. And I think that was really weird.
How much have you traveled within Korea?
Oh, not a lot actually. I was only in Busan and then maybe around the area, Nami Island, but that's it. But in summer, I want to go to Jeju.
Any tips about traveling within Korea?
Try to look on Klook. Klook is the website, right? Yeah, because I think they have some good prices, actually, to book everything ahead. Get familiar with how the weather is going to be at that time, because you don't want a lot of rain when you're going. Cash. If you don't have a Korean bank account, have a lot of cash on you just in case.
Any place you would recommend to visit?
It's very cliche, but I love the Namsan Tower. So that's a pretty neat view there. You don't even have to go up the tower. You could just stay around the area, and because you already have a view there. So I don't even think you need to go up there. Maybe once as an experience, but you can just go up there. At any season, it looks pretty, even in winter when everything's white. Then I love the Gyeongbokgung Palace.
Gyeongbokgung.
Yeah, that one.
The main palace here in Seoul.
Because I like to take pictures too, so we would dress up in hanbok and take cute, nice pictures around the pond, something like that. I love the Hangang, to be in that area in Yeouido, for example. That's like really pretty, especially in sunset, to walk around there. And another park that I really like here is the Hanul Park. It's actually a park that was built on a dumpster, basically. That's why it's really high. But it has so many different flowers. It looks really cute and has a really nice view of the city. So this is something I would recommend.
Any unusual activity one would not think of that you would like to recommend here?
Water sport on the Han River. I did it twice already. So either you do the floating thing where you sit on and you get pulled around the Han River, or I do wakeboarding. That's why I also did it twice there. That is so cool. That's a really unique experience. And also the people, if you give them your phone on the boat, they will film you when you're doing that. So that was a lot of fun.
And have you traveled from Korea to abroad, and any tips or recommendation about that?
I traveled to the Philippines one time. That was pretty easy actually, but if you have an ARC, leave it at home because they might take it away from you. Even though it's still valid, I heard that, yeah, and it also happened to someone I know. Leave your ARC at home because you don't need it anyway. You just need your passport. Don't take your ARC with you if you have one.
Oh, you don't need to show your your visa is in your passport. I don't know. I always take both with me and show both when
I will not show my ARC. I will just show my passport.
With the visa stamp.
Yeah, it's in there.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Don't let them take it. Even if
Yeah.
you show it, like you can show it, but don't let them take it because they will keep it, and then you lost your ARC basically.
Yeah. I mean, I guess they do that if you're close to the end of your ARC, but like,
With someone who actually still had a lot of time left on it. Yeah.
that's a strange one. Okay, so be careful. Any food you would recommend people to try in Korea?
Samgyeopsal. I love samgyeopsal. I mean, in general, the whole meat here is really good. It's hard to be a vegetarian. I'm not vegetarian, but if you want to be a vegetarian here, it's nearly impossible because there's so little options. But other than that, I would try bibimbap, patok, and tteokbokki, and like just try this street food too. It's really good.
Are you good with spicy food?
No, but I got better actually. I think I got a little bit better because there's a lot of spicy. The food is, I think, mainly spicy or sweet or both, but they don't like salty or sour.
Do you listen to K-pop? And if so, who are your favorite groups? Who's your bias in song?
Well, it started with BTS, obviously. I think that's how everyone got into it. But the hype there got a bit down for me, also because they're in military. Then I really like ATEEZ, Stray Kids, and WeI. Actually, no one knows WeI. That's how we met.
We were sitting together at the concert, and she was like, I'm from Germany. I'm like, oh my God, I'm kind of from Germany as well. And then I was like, where do you live? And in Sinchon. Oh, so live in Sinchon. I was like, oh my God. So yeah.
Yeah, we just went to the WeI concert last week together. Yes.
It was really good. Highly recommend. Give them a listen.
Yes. But don't make them too famous because I still want to keep them.
So who's your bias in BTS, Stray Kids, ATEEZ, and WeI?
Okay, BTS is Jin. Then Stray Kids, it's Lino and Bangsan. ATEEZ, it's Yuno. WeI, it's Donghan. The cutest, the puppies.
Mine are JK and RM in BTS, Banchan in Stray Kids, Yuno and San in ATEEZ, Kim Yohan in WeI.
Everyone likes Johan.
Yeah, he's a popular boy.
Not just an idol, he's also a bad actor.
Favorite song from each group, if you only had to recommend one to listen?
Paradise from BTS. From WeI, it's Bye 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 because that's how I started with them, but they have so many good music.
Oh, bye, bye, bye.
From Stray Kids, Insomnia.
I can't sleep.
And from ATEEZ, Cyberpunk. That's also really sexy, the choreo.
Any K-drama favorites to recommend?
Business Proposal. I love Business Proposal. One that's really similar to that one is My Secret Romance. I love this kind of easygoing one. So I also like Stronger Weightlifting Fairy and stuff like this. But also like the hardcore ones like Penthouse. I only watched once because this emotionally broke me. But it's so good. You cannot stop it. But it's really hard to watch.
And now let's move on to the fact that you are a student at Yonsei University. You get the Yonsei bag. We've also done a uni tour together if you're interested to see what the campus looks like. So I put the link in the description below. What are your overall thoughts about studying at Yonsei?
It's a lot of work. You study a lot, you have a lot of assignments, but you get easy grades, I would say. And especially as a foreigner, it was, I think, relatively easy to get in. It's harder for the Koreans themselves. They have to be in the top 1 or 2% of their high school and then the, what's it called, not SATs. That's why they are really stressed. But as a foreigner, it's easier to get in the university because the ranking of where the university is, I think Yonsei is 3 right now. Seoul National University is always the top. Yeah. And one criteria I researched that makes them go up is the percentage of international students. So they want to pump the numbers up.
Oh, that's very good to know. How easy was it to integrate with your classmates, with like just feel integrated within the university, feel like a student of the university?
I mean, that was pretty easy, I would say. They gave a good introduction. We got introduced to our seniors as well, who are also have a lot of foreigners. So they would integrate us. So they made it easier for our life. We would get all the Yonsei jackets. We have 2 jackets with our names even on them. And you automatically buy a lot of things in the store, like this bag and something. So, and with classmates, it's easy because a lot of them, like I said, are foreigners. They have no one else here. So you just automatically befriend them. And so I would say it's pretty easy to feel integrated more. Maybe not from the overall school because the rest are all usually Koreans. And for example, we as graduates are not even allowed in Akaraka, which is the festival of Yonsei. We're not allowed to go there. Only the undergrads get tickets there.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Yonsei University is also really expensive. The fees, I only know them in euro, per semester are 11,000 euros per semester. You can get scholarships. You can get reduced by percentage depending on your grades.
So the more you get good grades, the more they reduce your scholarship by 10, 15, 50%?
There are also a lot of scholarship programs like from the government, but also sometimes specifically for your country. There is a scholarship I know of for poorer countries. That's just for them, so I cannot apply for it because Germany is not poor.
But you get a scholarship from the fact that you have really good grades, right?
Yeah, I got a scholarship percentage on my second semester because I got good grades on the first one.
Good student right here. So what's the one single best thing about Yonsei University?
The status, I would say, and also that you get a lot of easy grades, basically. I mean, not easy. You still have to work a lot for them, but even if you mess up, I feel like it's hard to get a really bad grade. So that everyone is impressed. Not the foreigners, obviously, because they don't know about it. Then you're back in your home country. They don't care about what university you go here. But here in Korea, it's a big deal that you're on Yonsei University.
That's true. It's like, yeah. Also, like if you're Korean and if somebody went to Yonsei University, they always introduce themselves as like, oh, I'm such and such, I'm from Yonsei University. Yeah. And if they're a doctor or something and they have a clinic, they always all the clinics here in Korea are called like Yonsei something. If they went to Yonsei, they just put the name on it everywhere.
Seoul, everywhere you can see Yonsei and the logo.
Yeah. You have the logo everywhere. It doesn't mean it's related to the university. It just means that the person graduated from Yonsei University or one of the others, especially the top 3, the sky. What is the single worst thing about studying at Yonsei?
That we cannot go to Akaraka? That's
just a graduate though.
Yeah, true. That's just a graduate problem. So it's not a foreign problem, it's a graduate problem. Sometimes, even though for being like such an established university, the organization lacks a little bit. Like they don't care too much. We have like a CDC program. It's a career development center where they are supposed to help us, and it's not well developed. Like they don't help you. You basically have to find everything yourself. So for that, I think we pay a lot of money for them being that unorganized.
What do you think about the campus?
I love the campus. In Germany, my campus was so small and ugly, and here it's really big. It's beautiful. We have the main building in the back that everyone loves and knows, and from K-dramas, there's like everywhere. The libraries are really huge. You have many cafeterias and with really cheap food too. So that motivates a bit to see like everything like that. It just goes uphill. So in the morning when you're late and you have to run that's gonna be a tough run.
It's beautiful, really beautiful campus.
There's a lot of facilities you can use, like so many libraries and meeting rooms. There's a gym where you can participate in and sign up for.
How different is Korean student life compared to German student life?
It's more present in your life. I feel like back in Germany, it was just something I did, but it was not my life. And here it's like I buy the merchandise of it. I meet with my friends that I study with the whole time. We spend a lot of time also in the school itself and stay longer in the meeting rooms, the group rooms and stuff. So I think that's very different. In Germany, usually, of course, we also have assignments, but I feel like it was more separated from my life in general. And here, it's my whole life is like studying.
Do you think it's a Korean Germany thing, or it's the fact that now you're a graduate and back in Germany you were an undergrad?
That I cannot tell because I didn't do a graduate in Germany, because I could imagine you have to do more in your graduate program in Germany too. But so it could be that. But I don't want to assume.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, I did my graduate school in Germany, and yeah, we were not super integrated. So I reckon
That is probably just the thing here.
I never bought merch from my university. Oh no, I did. I have one jumper. I have one jumper.
Yeah, but here they have like a huge stores where you can buy everything for it. It's also in your tour video.
Yeah, that's true. And here, people are very proud of wearing it. Like they are, especially if they're from Yonsei, they're very proud of wearing Yonsei.
Carrying around the bags.
But I feel like in Europe, in general, people are not that proud of their university. Even though I went to a good one. I went to Humboldt.
But no one cares. No one cares about that in Germany. The prestige and stuff where you go, that's not a German thing. That's, I think, other countries too maybe, but it's very Korean to have that. That's why they fight so hard to get into these universities, even though they're so expensive.
I think the only European equivalent that we would have is probably in the UK, and if you go to Oxford or Cambridge.
In the US, I would say, because they also pay a lot of attention on where you are, in the schools.
No, for sure, with the Ivy League. Any advice for any future student at Yonsei University?
Study hard. Study early. Do that, but also enjoy your life here. There's so much to explore. Have fun at the parties. Don't drink too much. Drink responsible. Not saying that I'm doing it, but you should do it. And if you go to a 24-hour study cafe, go early too, because they're going to be full until like 4 a.m.
Yeah, there's a huge demand for those. Yeah, any final advice? Something you're like, yeah, we haven't mentioned this.
Not really. I would just say enjoy your life in Korea. It's something special. It's a different culture, so it's probably still hard to adapt. There are some things that you should know while you're eating, while you're drinking. There are some standards that you have to hold in. You should try to get used to spiciness like me. Just enjoy your life here. It's really unique and I really like it.
Yeah, so and now you're doing an internship, so good luck with that.
Thank you so much. Wenn euch das Video gefällt, gebt einen Daumen hoch und vergesst nicht, Kimi zu folgen.
Thank you. Bye-bye.